Alright, part 2 of my review of the miniseries, The Bible. And this one I'm going to have to do a bit differently. I'm going to have to do it, part 2 is going to be 2 episodes. Because this one, the first disc ends with episode 3, Homeland. And then I'll have to swap discs over to disc 2 to get episode 4, which is... I don't remember the name of that one right now. But I'll have to swap discs to get all of part 2 in. So for this one, I'm going to make it 2 videos and review this one first, and then do another review on the next disc. So here's the summary for Homeland. The Israelites are ready to begin a new life in a new land, and when the walls of Jericho miraculously collapse, they are finally able to gain a foothold in Canaan. At first, the Israelites face numerous foreign invaders when they disobey God. The Philistines eventually rule over them until God endows Samson with the physical strength to fight back. The Philistines maintain the upper hand. So the Israelites demand a king to lead them in battle. Reluctantly, the prophet Samuel makes Saul king. I'm sorry, I felt like I had to sneeze halfway through that. I'm really sorry. Okay. So, the last episode ended with Moses telling Joshua that he was going to lead his people after he was gone. So this episode, Homeland, starts off with Joshua praying at the Ark of the Covenant, praying for God to give him guidance on how to take Jericho. So he sends spies into Jericho, and Rahab helps them. And once they march around the city, and the walls of Jericho collapse, they help Rahab because she helped them first. So then it flashes forward to Samson, and the Philistines have taken over the Israelites, and an angel came to Samson's mother, who was barren, and told her that she would have a son, but that he could never cut his hair. So of course, he never does. So, because of this, he's really strong. And you really see this in this episode. When he gets mad, he gets mad. Like, he's pushing Philistines around, he's beating them, he's killing people, he's tearing doors, he's tearing cell doors off of stone walls and beating them with it. It's awesome. But Samson eventually meets Delilah, and we all know, if you ever read that story, which you probably have, because that story is one of the basics. A lot of people have heard that one. Delilah is bad news. She's not good, because the Philistine kind of leader asks her to find out Samson's secret of his strength. So, of course, wanting the money that comes along with this, she does. And Samson tells her that the only way he's going to lose his strength is if his hair gets cut. And sure enough, she cuts his hair. So, the Philistines come in, they gouge out Samson's eyes, and then they take him to the temple. They take him to a building. I can't remember what the building is. It's not the temple, I don't think. But, so Samson, he doesn't have his strength anymore. God has taken that away from him because he cut his hair. He told Delilah his secret. So, there are a lot of Philistines in this building, and so he asks God to strengthen him just once more so he can wipe them out, and God does, and Samson pushes down the pillars of the building and crushes the Philistines. So, after Samson, it flashes forward to Samuel, the prophet Samuel, and the Israelites are telling him, we want a king, we need a king desperately. Samuel's like, no, we don't, God is our only king. But the Israelites do not want to hear this anymore. They want a real king like other nations have. So God tells Samuel to make Saul king. Saul becomes the first king of Israel, and then that is where this episode, Homeland, ends. So I'm going to have to end it right here because I'll have to swap discs over to the next episode. And the next episode's going to have Saul's acts as king and David. King David, the ancestor of Jesus. Alright, that's Homeland, episode 3 of the Bible.